Hi, I am Bob, and in this story, we are going to experience and read something very interesting. This is a story full of words, phrases, as well as grammatical important points that we had in last 25 sessions in Essential Grammar in Use. Let's get in the story. Okay, this is story 4, and it is a true story about a very famous person. I call this story The Big Idea. You can call it the name of the inventor. He is the inventor. A long time ago, people could only send messages with letters. It was slow. Then, one man changed everything. His name was Giuliano Marconi. Okay, the first part of the sentence starts with the adverb of time. If you are going to separate the adverb of time with the rest of the sentence, here with a comma. This is very important. And the sentence starts with a starter. People is a starter. After that, we have a helping verb, and then we have a word to emphasize the main verb. This is the main verb. Send. Could is the past tense of can. Here, it means ability. It is the matter of ability. People could only send messages with letters. Do you remember the post offices? We still have them for special issues. It was slow. Then is a conjunction. When I use then, we have a comma here. Look at it. This is very important. One man changed. Yes, simple past, like could. Both of them are talking about the past. Yes, it is past tense. Of course, simple past. Everything. His name was, again, it is simple past. Look at it. Yes, it is. Is and was. His name was Giuliano Marconi. If you remember, we talk about different kind of nouns. Well, we have common nouns and proper nouns. The proper nouns start with capital letter. The first letter is in a large capital form. Giuliano and Marconi here. Big letter is called capital letter. We say big or capital letter. Most of the time you hear it with the word capital. Okay, we have the picture of this Mr. Giuliano Marconi on the screen. It's very famous. So it is a true story. We really need to start the first paragraph talking about something. Well, for instance, we are going to talk about letters, for instance, and then we are going to say and introduce somebody or an accident or something that something changed by somebody, okay, or something was changed by somebody. We have different structures in grammar to introduce somebody or something which happened or which was happened. Both of the cases, both of the structures are correct. Okay, the second paragraph. Marconi was born in Italy in 1874. Okay, was born, remember last session, we say be born. Most of the time it is simple past because people were born in the past and the action finished. In Italy, in for large places. We also use in year, and year we usually read 1874. Marconi was born in Italy in 1874. He loved science. One day he read. Do you remember? We have these words as the verb, okay? Read, read, read. This pronunciation is like red, like the color red. So we say, one day he read about invisible waves. Invisible is an adjective. It's trying to introduce such a kind of waves. Waves are curvy. Yes, look like curve. It's something like imagination, okay? We just show it like a waves that you see it in the sea. Yes, they are the same. But invisible are trying to introduce something that we cannot see it. It's an imaginary, okay? Invisible waves. He had an idea. Can we send messages without wires? He thought. Okay, when we are trying to make a speech, okay, we are talking about somebody, we put double yes quotation and we make this question in simple present. Can we? Okay, Mr. Agliani is asking himself, okay, can we send messages without wires? He thought in the past. Be careful. Okay, Marconi worked hard in his small workshop. Workshop, a small workshop, his workshop, his a small workshop, in his a small workshop. So this is preposition for a workshop. In the workshop or in his a small or large workshop. You can change this one. You can change this one. But you cannot change in, you cannot change workshop. They are the same. In all sentences that you like to change this. He used wires, batteries, and a special machine. After many tries. Here, tries is a noun. Okay, it is not a verb. It is a noun. Because this is a phrase, This is a phrase started and we are going to separate it from the main sentence. The main sentence started with it. It worked. He sent the first wireless message. Great. He was a very famous man. I think he is, and he is still, okay, well, is known, in fact, all around the world. Later, in 1901, Marconi sent a message across the ocean. People were amazed. Now ships could send SOS, save our soul, signals. Yeah, this is very nice. He also won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1909. Oh, some years after that. The word changed forever. Forever means always, but it is a nice word. We put it at the end of the sentence. Today, we have radios, phones, and Wi-Fi, all because of one man's big idea. Great. Today, again, came here in the beginning of the sentence, like later. Both of them are adverb of time. They are trying to show something, and they are trying to emphasize on that. We have radios, phones. Okay, here. Why we have S here? Because they are different. There are different shapes, sizes, uses. We use radios for different purposes and uses because of some reasons and different reasons. All because of. After because of, we need noun. Be careful. Plus a noun phrase. Because of the rain. I didn't go out because of the rain. Ah, yes, I can say it. I didn't go out because of the rain. This is very important. Because of the storm, because of cold weather, because of anything, because something, an idea, a reason. Just think how much we spend time to put all these information together, okay? And from the top to the end of the story, we just spend some minutes. But we must be very careful again, because we need to see how it is written. It is very, very important. Once again, I would like to read it fast. A long time ago, people could only send messages with letters. It was slow. Then one man changed everything. His name was Giuliano Marconi. Marconi was born in Italy in 1874. He loved science. One day, he read about invisible waves. He had an idea. Can we send messages without wires? He thought. Marconi worked hard in his small workshop. He used wires, batteries, and a special machine. After many tries, it worked. He sent the first wireless message. Later, in 1901, Marconi sent a message across the ocean. People were amazed. Now, ships could send SOS signals. He also won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1909. The world changed forever. Today, we have radios, phones, and Wi-Fi, all because of one man's big idea. This is very great. Be careful. We really need to take care of the ideas, the information, the data that we read in a special stories. This is a very special story. It is based on general information through and the facts. Okay, a true story about a true accident. And it is going to be used in different occasions. Okay, some people may ask that where we can use these informations. Okay, they may ask you some questions in examinations. For instance, would you please talk about an important invention or anything that you can bring this idea as a true idea and answer that question. Important invention. Okay, look at this one. If we know this is very different from the time that we have got no idea. We are going to make up a story, and this is going, wrong, very often. Why? Because we do not have any experience putting the information in the order, in the right order. This is very important. When you're talking about something, okay, in an examination, this is very important that you put all these data in the right order. Do not, talk about the Nobel Prize first and then go for the invention. No, this is not usual. It is very strange. Okay, just imagine that you have got no idea about this invention and the person. How on earth are you going to talk about it? It is very, very difficult. You cannot make up any real story in real time of examinations, and it doesn't happen even any other time. I don't believe that you can talk to people in the way that you like. Most of the time when you're talking about something important, you really need to bring the facts. Yes, that is particularly important. Why we are reading the stories? Of course, because of the information, because of improving the ideas, because of learning the skills how to produce the language, as well as the time that we have some good vocabularies, relative ideas, and words and phrases. Well, they are all going to show in grammar. If the story happened in the past, most of the time we talk about the story in the past tense and tenses. Be careful. We had the simple past in this tense. This is very, very important. Okay? So we are going to collect these informations because we are going to answer a lot of questions, as well as improving our, English language knowledge, as well as skills. You can read some other novels or stories, but they really cannot be good information to answer questions in examinations. If they ask you, for instance, this question, like that, you say, would you please talk about an important invention? What do you know as an invention? Okay, you say, what do you know as an invention. Okay, you can say that an important and a great invention is something that can help a lot of people or change something old to a new but very, very easy and accessible. A lot of information can come and make things a lot better in our speaking, in our writing. Yes, when we have information, it means that we have experienced, we have thought about it, we have already studied about it, we have already collected a lot of things, and now we are ready to answer. And the person understands that you already experience a lot of important things. Okay, I believe that this information is going to end right now here, and I would like you to practice this a lot over and over to get control on the story. Have a great time. See you and bye.